and welcome to another video. Today we're in Retro Cup Great League and we're going to be using Deoxys. We're going to be pairing up with XL Licky Tongue, and we're going to have the Goose in the back. Now Deoxys is running counter, Psycho Boost, Rock Slide. Licky Tongue is going to be running the standard moveset there of Lick, Body Slam and Power Whip. And the Goose, the excitement's all around the Goose here. It's going to be running Shadow Claw, Close Combat and Night Slash. Now, you might be asking why the Goose, and I could tell you right now, but maybe let's just watch a bit of footage and see. But obviously the typings for Retro Cup that are banned, Steel types are banned, Dark types are banned, Fairies are banned. So it does open up some play for some others. Anyway, first game here, great lead. They go into Hypno. We're just going to get a whole bunch of energy here. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like I tried to switch and threw the Rock Slide at the same time. Would probably just looking to chip it down really. Now, yeah, chipping it down's not a bad play here. It looks like I'm going to throw the Body Slam. But obviously that the Vigorot's going to come back in and go to town with counter. So ideally just throwing the Body Slam there just to get a bit of chip on the Hypno. Probably if I had my time over, I think I'd just lick it all the way down and have, you know, close to 2.5 Body Slams ready for the Vigoroth. New team, obviously, just trying it out. But yeah, that would be the play there with the Hypno, knowing the Vig's going to come back in. It's resisting the licks, but we do get to 2 Body Slams, which is actually pretty good here. And he hasn't got too much farm. But yeah, normally the best play there would be to farm up on the Deoxys, wait till the Hypno's about to get to its about 4th confusion. But anyway, he's going to throw here. He's got at least 2 Body Slams, but the tactic with this team is to basically just give all his shoots to Zangoose and let it go to town. So Frostlass everywhere in this league, so anything that is super effective against it is going to be pretty good. And as you can see here, the Zangoose is absolutely going to town with those Shadow Claws. It's fragile itself, but it just hits so hard that against things like this, it can just smash it. And second Night Slash coming through here. Probably could have got a little bit more energy, but just wanted to get there before the last before the move comes through. Can shield here and just counter down. I think he knew it was over at this stage. He did have energy, but we've just gone straight for the close combat, and he probably had to farm up or counter down. So we're just going to boom it there and bang, game 1 over. All right, moving into the second game now. All these matches are around high 2800s. So the tactic with the team obviously is Deoxys is there to take care of any fighting types. So because we've got 2 normals in the back, we need to flush out any fighting types. There is a double fighting type in the back team, and obviously that's probably just going to be a straight loss. But what we do here is we've drawn out a Munchlax, which, to be honest, it's not really a counter to a Licky Tongue, and they were a bit slow to switch. So what we can do here is we're not going to shield. We should be able to knock out the Munchlax or get it pretty close. Obviously the licks on both ends aren't doing anything, so it's just exchanging Body Slams at this stage. Next move coming through gets him low. The next one will KO. I think we'll survive this Body Slam and we should be able to KO him. So all good so far. And we've sort of tested the waters. If that's his best answer to a normal type, it probably means we're a really good shot of winning this game. So he lets that one go, comes back in with the Hypno and gets 1 confusion of bonus damage, and time to let the Goose loose. He swaps, a little bit scared of the Goose obviously, and it's already GG's. So first Night Slash coming through, and we saw this in the first game pretty much. Zangoose outpaces the Frostlass, and if they shield, the Shadow Claws build up, and then the last Night Slash is going to KO here. So we've got 2 shields here. Move coming through, and we'll just go straight for the KO here. No need to mess around. Those Shadow Claws on the Hypno are going to be doing a lot of damage as well. And we'll save that last shield. If we can couldn't quite get to the Night Slash, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. They've got to go... they've got to land a Shadow Ball, and we've got a shield. So we can shield here. They'll get to another Shadow Ball after this because they've got a fair bit of energy. But and we let a confusion through, which always helps their cause. But the rock slide goes through there, and we should be able to counter down from here. So we get that counter through. Probably need maybe 2 more counters, but we'll survive the shadow ball. Hypno's pretty defense weighted, and that's the end of that one. All right, next game. It's Deoxys Mirror. Look, same deal applies here. What we want to do here is get a little bit of chip. So obviously the counters do nothing, and we just want to chip this down a little bit. If it takes rock slide damage, it means the Licky can sort of come in and put pressure on with licks and body slam. So they'll have to decide what they want to do here, and they've thrown, so that's really good. They're using up their energy, and they're coming in with a Reggie, which is bad. Reggie's not amazing for this team really, but we do have Deoxys in the front, and it's got counter and it's pretty bulky, so whatever move this is, we're just pressuring them to throw. We could have thrown the body slam there and tried to CMP it, but Focus Blast goes through. Look, no worries, that's fine. They've had to use a shield, and that's cool by us. So what we're going to do here is come in with the Deoxys. We do need to get rid of this Reggie Rock, so we're going to use one of our shields that we'd normally save for old mate Zangi in the back. But what we can do here is counter down, get a little bit of extra energy, and throw the rock slide. We don't want to be taking any more moves. He'll come back in with his own Deoxys. Now what we want, he's thrown here, which is really good, because what we want is him to be out of energy. And he is now, so we can then bring in the Goose and pressure to farm down, and it's Munchie in the back. And you might be thinking, is this bad or is this good? Well, it's really good. We can take a body slam, and we're going to do that. And we're going to build up to double close combat here. And if he shields, great. If he doesn't, he's going to cop another one. So I think he's going to let this go, and that's fine by us, because what we can do is then throw a Night Slash here. He's out of energy on the Deoxys, and because we're debuffed, he's going to get maybe 2 counters worth of energy. But the perfect thing about that is we have a bunch of energy, and he's debuffed. He's a bunch of energy, and he's so low now that we can go double Psycho Boost. Had a bit of a heart attack here. Should have probably thrown another counter before we went for that. So we're a bit short. He's thrown his first move here, which will shield. And he's basically going to get to another move here. Now, I couldn't believe he had so much energy, and then I realised it's got to be Psycho Boost, and that won't KO. So we're very lucky there, and we're both debuffed throwing these punches. Anyway, get away with another nice win there. All right, so look at this. This is not an amazing lead, but what we're going to do here is we're going to throw the Psycho Boost and dip. And look, they know their Mon is super squishy, so we've already got a shield, and we get into the Licky. This may or may not be a Shadow Ball, but it's not likely to be. But that's fine, and we can put some pressure on Lick down, and they've gone into Crustal here, which is, well, look, again, it's not really a Licky counter. It does do a lot of fast move pressure, but all we're going to do here is throw the Power Whip. Body Slam obviously resisted, and we'll look to get to a Body Slam here if he doesn't throw, and he throws. That works really perfectly for us. He's got a tiny bit of health there. We can come in and counter down with Deoxys, which is what you want to do. This will be X Scissor. Hurts a little bit, sort of maybe like 25%, maybe a little bit more than 25. But that's fine. We've now got some energy. They bring the Frost Slash back in, and similar situation to before. We throw this, and they're going to shield, and magic situation. We've got 2 shields, and we're letting the Goose loose. So Omnistar, pretty spicy pick, but look, we just shield here, and we're going to build up a bunch more energy, and we're going to one-shot this Omnistar, and then we're going to go to town on the Frost. This Night Slash should KO, and if it doesn't, the Night Slashes afterwards will, and he's actually forced to throw here, and he's not going to, so GG's, easy wins. Alright, next one. Deoxys into Licky Tongue. Look, that's a pretty decent lead, this one. But similar situation applies. Doesn't matter what the lead is, we do the same thing. We always swap out. So slightly different in that we will throw the move here to chip it down. But then it's just lick on lick. So we're just going to wait and see what he decides to do. He's throwing a move, which is really good. He's using his energy. And we'll just have to see if he's going to go into anything else. And he goes into Frost Last, which is really good for us because he's let us get a stack of energy, and we can pressure by licking down here. So we're going to do that, licking down, and this won't KO, and I'm not sure if we'll get to another move or not, but we can definitely pressure another shield here with body slam. So we'll do that and see what he wants to do. He might be thinking he wants to farm down, because I don't think he's going to get there otherwise. And yeah, so he's farmed down. So we've got, in the secondary matchup, he's basically got no health left, and yeah, we've got the shield advantage, which is great. So bring the Goose in. Throwing the shadow ball, it was a blind throw, we could have actually let that go. Gone back into Licky here, and we catch the body slam, and at this stage we're absolutely perfect. We've basically got a move ready to go, and we're just going to counter down, and at that stage he quits. Not sure what he had in the back, probably couldn't switch out of that matchup and knew that the Zangi was going to finish it. So Hypno here, we swap straight out, we don't even build up to a move. They go into Altaria, and yeah, look, to be honest with you, Altaria isn't really a Licky counter. They're sort of very even. You can definitely win switch if you shield, but we're not fussed about it here. And Altaria's wouldn't be amazing for Goosey in the back, so good to get it here and get it out of the way. This won't KO us, and we'll get to another move, so it'll be interesting to see if he lets this go or not, because he's going to get licked down if he doesn't throw. So we're throwing the body slam here. Gonna shield, is he? Oh, he's shielded, so that's perfect. If he doesn't throw, he gets licked down, so he's going to have to use all that energy, and he's basically dead. So similar situation to the last game. We're now shield up, and we can come in and counter down here and get some energy. So we're looking in pretty good shape, and then we just let the Goose loose. He's got a little bit of energy here, but not too much. Get to the first move here, and we've got 2 shields, so we're essentially just looking to counter this, to Shadow Claw this all the way down, hopefully. Shield that move, and going to try and get through, but unfortunately I think he just had a little bit too much energy. So in hindsight, probably shouldn't have just gone straight into the Goose, probably should have got him to use some of his energy and whittle him down a bit. But it's a Marowak in the back, so we're going to get to the first move here, and unfortunately it's running Fire Spin and not Hex, and we fall one short, and he's farmed up a ton here. So look, we're going to get to the Rock Slide, but I think we're going to be just slightly short here, so super close game. Well played by him actually to recognise his win con, but the strategy would have been to stay in with Deoxys, I think, and we had to get that Hypno to use its energy, so we didn't have to... we didn't have to lose and whittle its health down, so we didn't have to lose so much health through the confusions. Anyway, Hypno lead again here. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Just go straight in and draw out whatever counters they've got, and it's Crustal this time. Crustal, pretty interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of Crustals out there now. I guess dragons are everywhere, and Crustal's a pretty good answer. Xyz is really good for the Psychic types. But as far as it goes for Licky, look, X scissor, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to be able to do here is throw the body slam. This isn't very effective, but it should mean that we can lick down. He shields, which is super good for us. We're not going to shield. He might undercharge here. He might have just undercharged a little bit, so he gets 1 extra rock throw, but that's fine by us. Similar situation, wait out the clock, and we just come in with Deoxys, and there we go. And then, Hypno comes back in, and we just go crazy, and we let the Goose loose. So we're going to get a move here. He'll definitely shield this, and this is really good. So shields are down. We'll get to another Night Slash here. Normally it's the Goose that does the heavy lifting, but in this case, what it's done is it's opened up the way for Deoxys. So he's going to throw his move here. It's got Rock Throw, so it doesn't generate energy terribly quickly. And we're just going to look to counter this all the way down. Throw just before he gets to another move, and not worry too much about trying to kill it there. Now comes back in with the Hypno. We've got a stack of energy here, and we let another Confusion through because that's what we do. Now 1 Shadow Ball's at this range, will it KO? I'm going to go with no, but we've got a shield here, and hope that we can get to this rock slide. And okay, so he's decided not to build up for the shadow ball. Probably wouldn't have made it, and I think he knows that. So he's gone the Thunder Punch. That's fine. And rock slide coming through here, and I think he's going to try and Confusion down, but he's not going to be able to. Unfortunately, those counters get through too quick. Now, as far as the team goes, as you saw there, Zangoose just creates chaos, and quite often it can open up the way for something like Deoxys to sweep in the back. But generally speaking, the Goose gets the job done, and it's too bulky. Compatriots take all the charge moves and just pave the way for it to have a big finish. So, look, this is a super strong retro team. Obviously, it's a bit tough to get these mod. Maybe you could replace Deoxys with Hypno and the team would still work. And perhaps Licky, you could go Snorlax or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching.